Hello everyone and welcome. My name's Simon and we are the Whales of Wall Street. This update is about Ethernity Chain. This is actually starting to become one of my favourite projects to talk about. They've got some absolutely fantastic NFTs dropping constantly. We had the update a few weeks ago about the Messiverse tokens and the absolute obscene amounts of money being thrown about to obtain Messi related NFTs. The one we mentioned in the last update was this artist, singer. Now, I'm not familiar massively with him, but here we are. So this is very much a owned NFT now by this person called Mind7, who has paid a whopping 23 Ethereum for this particular digital NFT. It's one edition only of this particular one, so $87,654 worth. Absolutely incredible. The marketplace has got so many more really cool items available. Sorry, my internet's not even going to keep up with this, I don't think, but there's quite a few available in some of the other editions as well. But it seems like, obviously the rare ones are obviously going to go a bit quicker and for more money, of course. But I just wanted to give a quick update on that, but also this one here, guys. So Dak Prescott of Dallas Cowboys. By the way, if you're not an NFL fan or anything like that, that's fine. But go and check out the Netflix documentary on Dallas Cowboys. It's a few years old now, but it's a really big eye-opener of how big the NFL is. And these players and the effort that they put in is absolutely fantastic. But Ethernity Chain have basically announced quite recently in the last few days, 2 or 3 days ago, about this Dak Prescott NFTs coming to the marketplace soon. But I think it's absolutely phenomenal. I think it's going to be really, really interesting. So this is good awareness for Dallas Cowboys, as well as vice versa. So the drop starts on the September the 9th, I believe. So in fact on the same time and day as the season opener for the NFL. So that is really cool. But look at this, guys. This is why I find it so interesting. So Dak Prescott's obviously been tweeting about this himself as well. You can see that if you scroll further down in the Twitter chain of this particular topic. He himself has got 1.4 million followers, guys. So even if only like 10% of that following understands what NFTs are or are willing to go and look into NFTs and start purchasing ERN to try and get hold of this because it's one of their favorite players, this is where the value and the money starts coming in. When people say like, oh, how are some of these projects going to get the influx of money coming in to these kind of projects? Well, this is the kind of thing we talk about. We've talked about it similarly with Digital Bits, where they did the AS Roma sponsorship for something like $70-80 million. Absolutely phenomenal amounts of money for companies I've never even heard of until I did the video. So this kind of thing, being related to the NFL, being related to a giant like Dallas Cowboys, and particularly one of the key players, Dak Prescott here. So really, really exciting. This is the sort of thing, if these guys, like, they just keep doing massive drops, like, I admit I didn't know the singer too well, but if you look at the Messi one, of course, probably one of, if not the greatest footballer of our generation, alongside Cristiano Ronaldo. Imagine getting Ronaldo to do an NFT, it would be phenomenal. But we've got this, and I admit I didn't know too much about this singing artist, but it's paid off. There's obviously a big audience and fan base for him, and that's absolutely fair play. And maybe I'll go and listen to some music of his afterwards just to get a feel of what this is about. This is really, really funky stuff, and I just wanted to bring that to your attention before we went into the chart, so you had a bit of an understanding of maybe why some of the movements have occurred, in the last sort of period of time, etc. So I think it's really, really exciting stuff for this blockchain, and particularly for the NFT aspect. It's just really interesting to keep an eye out for. So let's go into the chart now. We've covered those bits, guys. So the chart movement is quite interesting with this one. I think this project's going to be very much related to the NFT drops and obtaining ERN tokens that obviously get burned and everything when the NFTs are purchased, etc. Utilizing, I think you have to use the token to then get Ethereum to to purchase the NFTs, something like this. So I think we covered this in the intro video to this project, which we will do some links to at the end of this video for sure. But let's go with what we know. So actually, ironically, the chart itself is still in a relatively bearish market movement here. So on the MACD, I would say the gap is narrowing. So it does mean that we might start having the switch over to the positive momentum. The RSI has got plenty of movement left in the tank to move in that upward direction. We have started seeing that tail upwards from that point around sort of actually yesterday. I can't believe it's already the 2nd of September already. We're nearly in October soon. It's mental. So other observations here, we've seemed to have got some really good support mechanism around this area of $15. If we can obtain, you can see here we got rejected quite a few times on to the near enough the $20 mark just before that, and that's pretty much a psychological barrier there kicking in. I think we hit 19.935, so that kind of proves that point there. And same here, 19.46 earlier today. It doesn't look like we're going to obtain that movement further forward yet, but who knows what will happen. And I think as the awareness builds up, and more so near the 9th of September, you might start seeing this chart move upwards like we did with the similar movement of the Messiverse NFTs launching as well. So it could be the NFT drop that pushes this project beyond that sort of 22 support line and past the all-time high that we had in the 21st of August, which was $24.84. So this project, guys, I think it's really interesting. I think there's quite a few NFT conversations out there, and a lot of chains involved in NFTs. Of course, one of my other favorites is Engine. You've got things like Chili's that are very involved in sporting areas of NFTs and other tokenomics around fan tokens, etc. But I think Ethernity just has this buzz around it that I really like. I love the presentation of the website. I love the drops that they're doing. It's really scheduled, and from me being a marketing and brand person, I really admire the way that they're pulling it together. It's obviously something very strategic that's been planned in for numerous months beforehand. And I really like the execution of everything. And the partnerships are unbelievable. Having Messi to be organised with that kind of thing is absolutely brilliant. This is one of the top players, football players in the NFL. And more will come along. I have no doubt in my mind about that. So I think this token doesn't really have, other than of course market caps and supply, etc., it doesn't really have limitations in the aspect. What I mean by that is anything can happen with this because of the great marketing, the great creativity, and hats off. I've mentioned this in the previous video. The artwork and the creativity behind all these NFTs is absolutely incredible. The coding infrastructure, the NFT application, the design, and everything is. I'm really taken aback by how clever some people are in the world and creative genius to bring this kind of thing to life in this new generation of blockchain, new generation of collectibles, way of collecting digital assets and things like this. It's really, really exciting stuff, and long may it continue, and I know it will continue for years and years to come, forever. I mean, you look at the physical collectibles that people have, people hold on to them for all their life. It would be no different for digital as well, with the exception of blockchain. You can actually prove whether it's first edition correctly and copyrights and all this, that and the other. It's a really, really positive outcome. So I'm really excited to see where we end up in the coming days towards this drop. We will do a video nearer the time because I think it would be really, really interesting to see how that develops the chart. But if we take that element aside, like I mentioned earlier, let's try and push for this $20 mark again. We need some closures above it in a consistent basis before we start talking about trying to push for that higher mark where we said the other day 24.84 that we hit. 25 obviously is quite a big barrier there that we need to try and get above and then go back into price discovery mode. So first things first, we need that MACD to switch over into a bullish momentum. I think that will happen with the drop coming in the coming days, and the momentum of Ethernity, its awareness, its ability will hopefully drive volume into this project and drive that price up. That's the most important part of this. And it's very much in a good buying momentum right now. So why not? Let's get this momentum going and push that up. I don't actually hold any of this. So I'm hoping that you appreciate my enthusiasm in this, that I recognize this is an absolutely phenomenal project. If and when there are major corrections, I will 100% be getting myself into this. And I might even get my first ever NFT using this chain. I don't know yet. I'm still debating which one's something of interest to me. If something of my football Spurs team or anything related to hobbies and interests that I have comes about, of course that is what gears you, isn't it? It's what gears you to collect that item if you have an interest in it, as well as collectibles in general. So really exciting stuff, guys. Let us know in the comments below if you are holding any ERN tokens, and if you have purchased any NFTs, or if you are about to buy NFTs using the Ethernity Chain. I think this is a really cool project. Let us know what you think. And that pretty much wraps up this video, guys. Hopefully you found the updates relatively informative, and of course a bit of the chart analysis as well. Really looking forward to doing an update on this in the coming days. So we'll leave it there, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and thank you for those that have subscribed. If you have not done so already, please do. I cannot believe it. The support level from you guys is absolutely phenomenal. We are smashing through. I wasn't expecting this. I had a target at the end of the year to try and get 1,000, and we're already nearly at 800, and we were only 700 yesterday. So thank you so much for that, guys. It's massively appreciated. Anyway, I'm waffling. We'll leave it there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.